Hello, Dungeoneers, and welcome to the official beginning of Rags to Riches 2019 edition. I know you've all been waiting for it. Everyone's been super excited asking me, when is more Black Desert Online content coming out? And it is starting right now, guys. Now, the first thing I want to mention, I got a couple little notes here before we hop on in. First thing I want to mention, guys, if you haven't followed my Twitch channel yet, please go down and subscribe to it, or follow it, sorry. Twitch.tv/Dungeoneers Live. Unfortunately, YouTube's new streaming platform has some sort of weird interference going on with the program I use to stream, and it just messes everything up. So I have to switch over to Twitch until YouTube fixes all their problems. So go over there, follow that. I'm going to be doing a lot of grinding on the Twitch channel. Go hit it with a follow, and I will see you guys live over there. Second, guys, I need you guys to all join the Discord. We got loads and loads of cool people in there, all sorts of rooms for good questions. But on top of that, I am starting a brand new YouTube series where I am going to be reviewing your screenshots. I have rooms in the Discord for you to post them. Both Black Desert Online and Warframe, because I know Warframe has a crazy screenshot creation tool built into the game. So if you play either of those games and you want to submit screenshots that could show up in a video, make sure you join the Discord and just drop your screenshots in the right rooms down there. And without further ado, guys, we are just going to hop right on in to Rags to Riches 2019. Now, we have to think of a family name, guys, and I think we're going to call it... Let's just call it Dungeoneers. I don't think I have one straight up called Dungeoneers. Oh, it's already in use. Can you use numbers? Dungeoneers 2019, guys. This is the official brand new Rags to Riches. If you'd never watched the first one, guys, it's going to be the same way. We're going to have a brand new account and show you guys how we're going to start a brand new account and how we're going to work our way up to being a full account with lots of characters and lots of money. Now, I know the first one went pretty slow. It actually slowly turned into a sort of guide series rather than like a straight up like updates on how to make your account better. So this one's going to be a little bit more direct. It's going to be a little bit faster paced. And then any sort of guide that I want to do based on grinding areas or anything like that, I'm going to make it into a separate video rather than an episode of Rags to Riches. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking over the past couple days. What class do I want to make my main class on this brand new Rags to Riches account? I needed something that was good at grinding and something that was okay at PvP, but I don't PvP too much. But I didn't want to pick anything that was kind of boring to watch. I know I started off on the Valkyrie because I wanted to prove that the Valkyrie could actually be a good class. But I think a lot of people know at this point how good it is. So I want something that's really good at grinding and also looks awesome. I was really thinking about Striker for a while, but he's fairly clunky and he's just not quite what I was looking for. Mystic is extremely good, and I was thinking about Mystic for a while, but unfortunately I already have a level 59 Mystic and I wasn't really feeling starting another one, so I wanted to pick a class that I haven't made before that's pretty good at grinding and really interesting to look at. And after lots and lots of planning out, I am going to start with a Lahn for two reasons. One, she's a really good grinder. She has lots of cool AoEs. She's really fun to watch. But on top of that, guys, she has some amazing costumes, and a lot of people really liked my first Lahn video, and there's not too many Lahn players on YouTube. So this is going to be the Lahn Rags to Riches series, guys. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. So we're going to start her up, and first thing we're going to do is I like to head on over to the beauty album here. And I'm not very good at making characters. I know what I like in a character, so I tend to just go over to the download rankings. We pick Lahn out of here. It should be right about there. And then we just see what the most popular Lahn looking characters are. Now this one looks really good. How does this one look in game? I might have just found the one we want right here. That looks pretty damn perfect. I don't see anything better than that. The Halloween one actually looks pretty good. I like the white hair look. The white hair look is kind of a classic for me. I don't know where it really came from. I think me loving the white hair look actually came from Grand Chase. If any of you guys ever played Grand Chase, a lot of the very high-end armor sets had like long white hair, and it just looked really good. Actually, I think this one's better. I think this is good. I don't mind the red eyes. I might change them up a little bit later, but I think this is good for now. And we are just going to call it Sub to Dungeoneers. I don't think this is taken yet. No, subs to Dungeoneers? No. Sub to Dungeoneers. Oh, right. No numbers allowed. 2 Dungeoneers. Create complete. Name it. What? Which one of you guys is out here with sub to Dungeoneers? Sub Dungeoneer. What do we call it? Just Dungeoneers Lahn? Let's call it Dungeoneers Lahn. The name doesn't really matter too much. We will start her up. And here we are, guys, about to go in and start the first episode of Rags to Riches 2019. Alright guys, so here we are in the brand new Black Desert Online tutorial. They actually switched this opening area since the last time I've played it, as in starting a new character. I remember before you used to have to start way over in Olvia, but apparently now it's been a lot more streamlined. I did notice this on one of my other accounts as well. So it seems like it's a lot sort of quicker paced for people who want to get into it, which is good because the tutorial before was very, very long. And it wasn't very good. It didn't teach you much, and it took like 20 minutes to go through it. Unless you were like speed running it. So it seems like it's just a lot quicker. You just got to talk to a couple people here. Watch a couple cutscenes, which I skipped because I've already watched them. Talk to her, and you are pretty much all set and ready to go. So just like that, guys, we are all set. We've got our rusty weapons here, which of course I'm sure you think are phenomenal. Now, if you've never seen the Lahn in action before, her first weapon here, the one that you start off with, is a crescent pendulum with a noble sword in the offhand. So basically we have these big sweeping AoE attacks, which are very good, and then you can stab people with the sword. Although the sword isn't very good, you don't use it too much, especially after you awaken, but that is all right. Now, one of the main abilities of Lahn is she has the ability to fly. I don't believe we have it unlocked yet, but when you do get it, she is able to fly, which makes it very, very easy and, in my opinion, fun to navigate around. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple of these. Oh, I can't actually put that one on the bar. Backwards F. I like to put all of my abilities on the hotbar, even if they aren't an ability that I want to use on the hotbar, just so I can keep track of the cooldowns in that nice little area down there. So first thing, let's see what we have in our challenges. We got some loyalty points, and we have our grinding hour here. So the grinding hour, what we're actually going to do is we are going to save those until later on when we start really, really grinding up. I don't know if I'm going to use them too much in today's episode, because we're going to be doing just a couple little quests here. But this is one of the main reasons I picked the Lahn, guys. Besides the fact that she's really, really cool and fun to play, look at that AoE. She has so much AoE damage. Her abilities have this super long reach. You really, really spin around. Still have that level up lag, but that's quite all right. I'm not too worried about that. But she's just really cool, guys. There's just something about her abilities, the red particles, the huge spins. She's just really, really cool overall. Now let's check out what abilities we start off with here. Berated Ghost and Pendulum Kick. So Pendulum Kick is probably just, yeah, it's just a regular kick. Although it seems like it's actually pretty long range. I didn't hit that guy over there, but that was pretty good. And then this is your other ability. It's Shift Left Click. And it seems to be like pretty much every other class has like a Shift Left Click ability that does a lot of extra damage. This one does a 25% critical hit rate when in use. I think you have to hit an enemy for it to apply, though. Let's check it out here. Or maybe it's just the ability has 25% increased crit chance. It could be that as well, because it doesn't seem like I'm getting any sort of buff here. Yeah, it seems like it just has a 25% crit chance. That's all right. I kind of like this move here. This seems to be a really, really good like AoE basic attack. And all we're doing for that one, guys, is we are holding backwards and left mouse button. And it seems like this backwards left mouse button ability is really, really strong. It has a really wide AoE. It seems to multi-hit quite a lot. And the AoE is very, very strong. It even has a nice little jump attack at the end there. That is really, really awesome. But let's summon up our Black Spirit here and finish whatever quest we're working on here. We have to do this little bit first, just so we can get a little bit of early questing done. And then we are actually going to go through the entire quest line, guys. I'm not going to do it sort of as a let's play. I will be skipping ahead to when I get through it. But I'm going to strongly recommend everybody, if you are a new player, especially on your first character, to do the quest line the whole way through. You get lots and lots of really, really good stuff, guys. All sorts of inventory expansion. I don't remember 100% if you get weight expansion, but the inventory expansion alone is extremely worth it just for completing the quest line. And honestly, you can pretty much complete the quest line within like a day or two. if you have a good horse or you have a friend who has a fast horse that's a 2-seater, you can get it done in a day easily. I've done it in about with a somewhat okay horse. I got it done in about 6 hours. I wasn't like hardcore doing it. I was just kind of, you know, running through it. But yeah, it took about 6 hours for me to do. And like I said, if you have a faster horse, even less time to do it. And if you have a friend running you through, it should be fast. But the amount of rewards you get for doing it are extremely good, and you will level up a pretty good amount by doing it. So we're gonna turn this one in here. Talk to our boy here. Do you want me to kill? What? What does he say? Oh, I don't have to turn it into him. I have to turn it into this guy over here. Okay. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since I played some Black Desert, but I'm glad to be back. I'm really actually excited to do this series. I really enjoy Black Desert, and I'm glad that we're gonna be playing it again on the channel. It's just a really fun game overall. It's time consuming, but I think it's worth it. So what do we got to talk to the soldier here? Get our early health potions, and then we have to go into the stone chamber, and I believe this is where you get the first, I don't want to call it awakening, but the first sort of upgrade for your black spirit, which I'm going to pretty much complete here, and then I'm going to actually head off and try and do some early level grinding to get a little bit of money so we can try and buy a decent weapon. And then once we have that weapon, we're going to be able to go and tear through all sorts of mobs. Now, something very important, guys, if you are a new player, make sure you are checking out your new player rewards. You should be able to open it up here and check out under attendance reward. So, new player rewards. First thing you get, guys, is you get a 7-day value pack. This actually lasts up to a month because you get it every 7 days. And the value pack is invaluable, guys. You have to use your value packs. They give you inventory expansion, storage expansion, bonus experience, weight increase, 30% increase market sales, unlimited die. Like, you got to keep this one running. You get pets. You get a costume, which I'm not really a fan of. Where do you get that costume? I don't remember exactly where. Wait, do you not get it anymore? I could have sworn you used to get it. There you get a horse, actually. That's pretty nice. I thought you for sure used to be able to get a costume, but I guess now they're giving people horses, which is definitely better, like 100% better. But yeah, make sure you're using this, guys. It should actually go into your inventory and then into your pearl inventory. We can't quite open it up yet because we're still in the tutorial, but that is going to be where it is. Let's just equip this Brior helmet, I guess. It's going to be absolutely terrible, and we're going to replace it pretty much right away. But I'm not too worried about that right now. So here's Edan, which is kind of weird because we also just saw him earlier. So, you know, whatever. That's kind of weird. So we got to go explore this artifact here, and this is where we get a cutscene, I believe. Yep, we're going to cut ourselves into a cutscene here. I'm not going to watch it. You guys can watch it yourself, but basically it upgrades your black spirit. And then we talk to Edan again. And we get, or Aiden, sorry. I'm going to call him Aiden. I'm going to remember how to pronounce his name one day. And as you can see now, we are very fast. And this is pretty much going to allow us to move very quickly towards Heidel, which I don't actually have on my map, but I believe it is in this general area over here. But for right now, we are, like I said, we're just going to continue going on with this main quest line. I'll catch you guys over at the Tree Spirits. All right, so here we are over at the Wolf Pack, guys. Something I wanted to mention as well is most classes in this game have an ability on spacebar, which is called a flow. And what the flow does is allows you to basically cancel whatever movement you're doing and transfer it into another skill. Now, the flow for Lahn seems to be hitting with her sword. As you can see, if I press space right there, it switches into hitting twice with the sword, but this ability seems to do quite a lot of damage. As you can see here, it pretty much just like brutalizes their health bar. And I think you can spam it too. It seemed if I keep hitting space, it kept using it over and over again earlier. Maybe it was just sort of some sort of a glitch because it doesn't seem to be doing it now. But the skill is very strong. Okay, so what I'm doing here, guys, I only just realized this. If I left click, which is that slice, and then press space and keep doing it, I can just kind of keep the sword flowing. Which is kind of weird. It's just like a really fast cancel. And it seems to do quite a bit of damage. Let's round up some mobs here and see how well this actually does, because this is a pretty sweet cancel. Let's bring it over. Let's grab a couple other mobs here. All right, let's bring it over here. That is actually fairly strong. If you guys look when I'm hitting these regular Grey Wolves, like my normal abilities do not do anywhere near that much damage. That is actually really, really cool, guys. So there we go. We learned something already. Press left mouse click and then keep spamming spacebar and you can slice them up with your sword. And it seems to do a heck of a lot of damage for an early game spell with a lot of AoE too. That's pretty sweet. I actually never knew about this before. I never knew that you could just cancel it like that. Because you can initiate it right off the beginning of your basic attack. I'm just going to start spamming this combo for a while. This is really good. There's got to be some downside to it, right? There's got to be something. Where is it in here? What is it under? Is it this one? Shift backwards? Nah. Wait, Q. Oh, that's for the Crimson Glaives. What even is the ability I'm using here? I can't even find it in the... I think it should just be under space, but I don't see it. That's weird. Oh well. Yep, not seeing it anywhere. That's fine. So I guess right now the sword is doing more damage than the pendulum. Or is it pendulum? Yeah, crescent pendulum. At least with this ability. Like, that is a lot of damage. I'm sorry, I keep going on about this, but I've literally never seen this before. I had no idea that I could do this ability. I'm gonna go use it on one more pack before we cut over to the next part of the quest. Let's see. Let me just aggro some people here. Let's aggro all these guys. Bring them all over here. Damn! That is so nuts! That is so much damage! And a lot of blood. That is quite a lot of blood as well. Boom! Alright guys, I'll see you at the next part of this quest line. Alright guys, so we've completed that quest over there, and something I wanted to show you is this is what I'm talking about. Just from completing this first quest, I'm only level 7, and we already have a +2 inventory expansion. And this is permanent, guys. A permanent inventory expansion. Now, this is something else I wanted to show you. When you hit level 7, or I think when you complete a certain quest, I don't remember which it is, you have the ability to edit your UI. And what I'm going to be doing for the remainder of this series, guys, when I'm lining up and playing some games, I'm going to be using combat focus mode. This is really cool. They've just introduced this. If you go into adventure focus mode, it gives you your quests, it gives you your health bar, and it gives you your map. That's all it gives you. So it kind of gives you a very wide open field of view, which you can use for questing and looking stuff up. And then if you go to combat focus mode, it gives you just your health bar, your skills, and your quests over here, and nothing else. But what I'm going to be doing is actually a special version. I'm going to hide the main quest. Oh, you have to turn it off under level 50. Okay. When I'm level 50, I'm going to be in combat mode, and then I'm going to keep the mini map on. And that's pretty much it, because I really don't care about, I really don't care too much about the chat or the game tips or anything like that, or key configuration, anything like that. I pretty much have that all done already. So we're going to keep it on preset 3 for now. But it's kind of cool that they have these now, guys. You have all sorts of interesting stuff over here. You can just kind of set up whatever you want. I like it a lot. So I'm going to play in this type of mode here. All I really need is the map and my stuff down at the bottom there. I know how to access quest logs and everything like that. I don't need to see when the Black Spirit is telling me stuff. I pretty much know all of that. So this is how we're going to be playing. So hopefully it looks good. I just kind of wish this guy would stop talking. But yeah. And then as for settings as well, guys, if you're curious, I should be playing on very high mode. Everything turned on except a couple little things in here. Just because I don't like SSAO. I find it darkens the game and just gives you more lag. So no point in having it. And because I get asked this all the time as well, guys, general settings, alerts. This is where you can turn off all those things popping up at the top of your screen. You may not notice it at first because some alerts actually take a very long time to actually stop showing up because it's basically they're all queued up. So there could be like 50 alerts waiting to be seen, but since they go one at a time, it might take you about 20 minutes to actually get rid of them all. But just turn that off, guys, and now you don't have to worry about seeing any of those things at the top of your screen while you're playing. And hopefully this is what I'm going to be using for the rest of the game because I think this looks really, really clean. Doesn't have too much on screen, and you guys can really sort of see what's going on. And I might also turn the crosshair off. I'm kind of liking the idea of not having a crosshair. Is there a way to turn it off? Aiming assistance off. I don't know if there's a way to actually turn it off. I thought there used to be. There definitely used to be one. Maybe you can't do it anymore. I'll take a look around for it, but and we're gonna turn on the screensaver as well. Maybe there isn't one. I could have sworn there used to be a crosshair, but I guess that's not true anymore. Unfortunate, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. All right, on to the mature tree spirits. All right, guys. Now, while we're on the way to this next NPC, I wanted to show you we did finally unlock the ability to fly on the lawn. So what you do, guys, is you just sprint, and then while you're sprinting, click space, and look at that. Now, you do obviously have the ability to upgrade that and make you fly even farther, as far as I remember. But it's really, really fun, guys. It's just a cool way to actually just traverse the area. I remember, you know, just playing a lot of other characters, just kind of running around until you get a horse, but something about just flying around, guys, is just a really, really fun time. And there is ways to extend that. I know I've definitely seen people extend it. Now, I'm not saying don't get a horse. Don't get me wrong, guys. You definitely want to get a horse, but until you get one, flying around is a definite fun time. All right, boys, so here we are with our first gear update. It's definitely not a big one, but as you can see here, we now have the militia set. It's definitely not that good. I mean, it's definitely like the worst set in the game besides the rusted, but it is something that you get for free, and it does make you do quite a bit more damage, especially at this point in the game where you're going to be completely destroying these steel imps. And we have a quest for actually killing 20 of them. So I'm just going to be trying out a couple different abilities here and just seeing what we're kind of working with. I mean, this is definitely the best thing we have right now, is this sort of animation cancel we learned about earlier. But let's check out what kind of stuff we have here. So Blade Dance is right mouse button. That seems to be pretty solid damage, so we're going to upgrade Blade Dance. That is our basic pendulum, or sorry, our basic noble sword ability. Just by holding down right mouse button here. And it seems pretty good. I mean, as far as I know, there's not a lot of other classes where their offhand weapon is like definitely better than their main hand in the beginning of the game, at least. I can't really think of one. I mean, I might be wrong here. If I am wrong, leave me a comment down below. I'm sure I will get plenty of people calling me out on it anyway. But I still think this is better than that. It seems to just be its DPS is just far better. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe they're about the same, but this one is a lot faster. No combo required. Just spamming spacebar and left mouse button, and that is it. And we are almost done mowing down these imps while we've been talking, guys. Now, the questline, like I said, for this game isn't very long, so I'm probably going to skip ahead quite significantly. But what I'm actually going to be doing, guys, is I am going to do nothing but the questline for a little bit. And when the questline is done, I am going to show you guys what we've accomplished and got from the questline, so you can kind of see every reward that we've actually received. I think that'll be a kind of good way to show off just how good actually doing the quest is, because I know in my initial Rags to Riches series, I said I wasn't going to actually worry about doing it. But the rewards you get from it are just so damn good that I'm actually completely pulling that back, guys. I am pulling back what I said. Please do the main quest line. It is extremely good. And I feel like this is the wrong direction. It is not the wrong direction, but it's not the right direction. So what is this here? We just have a new quest called Special, called Traveling Light. This is how we get a one-day value pack. And it looks like we just get it. So make sure to pick that quest up, guys. What is this? 7-day value pack. What do I have to do? It doesn't really tell me what to do for it. That's fine. We will go and do this quest next, the Imp Stronghold. Now what you can do, guys, if you hit... if you hit O... I thought it was L for a second. If you hit O, you can see what is actually required of your quest. So this one here, Black Spirit gave you a special gift to help you free up your inventory and weight limit. So you have to use this one-day value pack first. You will have more in your Pearl inventory. Don't forget about the Pearl inventory. When it opens, you will have more in there from your, what's it called? Your new player rewards. You will be getting one in there. And it looks like he's going to give us our 7-day. Yes, there we go. So we now have our 7-day. Is it activated? I can't tell, actually. The Pearl inventory is not opening for whatever reason. So I think he gave it to us, though. We should have a 7-day. Oh, no, wrong one. Yeah, we do have it. I'm not quite sure where it is in the inventory yet. It might just be that I need to restart my game. I'm not too worried about it. But Value Pack is extremely good, guys. Make sure you are using it. And I will see you guys at the Imp Cave to kill Red Nose. All right, everyone. So here we are at the beginning of the Red Nose quest. We're going to be killing Red Nose here before the end of the video because we're going to be getting an Elsh weapon. And the Elsh weapon is still to this day one of my all-time favorite weapons in the game. So once I get it here, I'm probably going to be enhancing it. Maybe enhancing it tomorrow because I get 10 free stones. I believe they're armor stones. But if they're weapon stones, it'll be very, very good. So what I'm going to use here, guys, there's a skill I found while going through my skill menu. It's Shift F, and it seems to do this extremely good combo that does a lot of damage and a big AoE. I don't know how... It doesn't seem to do too much for single target. But luckily, we know the ultimate single target cheese ability. This crow sword stab, this spacebar spam ability is a little ridiculous. Oh, I missed that. I didn't notice that he turned red. So as you can see, guys, some bosses in this game do have AoE abilities that you are going to need to dodge. Similar if you've ever played Neverwinter, actually. It has a very similar red on the ground, stand there to dodge type. I don't know what you would even call it. It basically puts AoEs on the ground. You know where to dodge. Pretty easy to understand. But just make sure you're keeping your eye out for them, because there is a lot of particles in this game. Oh, he belly flopped me. He belly flopped me. All right, let's just hit him with the big ability. Boom. Just like that. Red Nose is down. So I believe we can just talk to our Black Spirit here. We get our Elsh weapon. Please don't cancel. And we get another inventory slot. Fantastic. And we get something else. Man, we're just getting a whole bunch of stuff for doing this, guys. So, we get an Elsh Crescent Pendulum, and we get ourselves a inventory expansion slot again. Now, as you can see, guys, just from doing a little bit of questing, I've been at this maybe an hour. I've been going pretty slow, just kind of, you know, having fun doing it casually. We already have a pretty big inventory here. We have an Elsh weapon, which is very good. I'm going to be enhancing that once I get some armor stones, or some weapon stones, sorry. There's that red circle I was telling you about where he dodges AoE. We're going to turn in this quest here. And it said he's going to give me something else. A 1 mil gold bar. That's actually fantastic, because what we're going to do is we are actually going to take that gold bar and we are going to head on over to a marketplace. And in the next video, guys, we are going to be buying our very first gear. 1 mil worth of gear is really nothing, but it should be enough to really get us started. So I will see you guys all in the next video. Hopefully you enjoy this series. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. And again, follow the Twitch channel if you haven't yet. That's where I'm going to be doing most of my grinding when I'm doing live grinding. And if you haven't joined the Discord yet to submit your screenshots, make sure you're doing that. But I'm so glad to be back to Black Desert, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I will see you all in the next one, which should be very, very short time from now. And sir, if you could please not hit me during the outro of my video, that would be super fantastic. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.